there's a brand new Scream movie coming. I am myself not the biggest Scream fan in the world, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I like the first one. The first one I enjoyed. I don't think it's as great as some people make it out to be, but I think it's quite good. I didn't like number 2, number 3, number 4, but then number 5 came along. And I liked 5. I thought 5 was pretty darn good. Pardon me. Then 6 came, and I thought 6 was a big step backwards, to be honest with you. But now comes number 7, and according to reports now, the opening weekend box office projections for Scream 7 is that it's probably going to end up being the second largest in the franchise's history as far as opening weekend box office goes. Deadline writes the following. Paramount and Spyglass Media Scream 7 came on domestic tracking with a mid 30 millions. Now, the number I've been told is 37 million. Keep that number in mind. In the mid $30 million opening store when it arrives in theaters on February 27th. If those numbers hold, it could be the second highest opening of the 30-year-old franchise stateside after Scream 6's record 44.4 million opening, that 2023 installment fueled, of course, by Jenna Ortega's Wednesday phenomenon. So what they're basically saying right now is that if we take a look at the chart, and we look at what the Scream franchise has been, again, you see the first one made 6.4 million. The second one made 32.9. Third, 34.7 million on its opening weekend. Bit of a break. Fourth came out, only made 18.7. That was a reflection of the fact that they were waning in quality. And then Scream 5 came. And again, this is the one that might actually be my favorite Scream film. Scream 5 might be my favorite. Made 30 million. Then because of how good that one was, coupled with the big Wednesday phenomenon with Jenna Ortega, Scream 6 came out and made $44.4 million, which is kind of ironic because I thought it was nowhere near as good as Scream 5. But there you go. So if this one comes in at 37 million, remember we were talking about that number, 37 million. If it does come in at 37 million, that makes it the second highest one right behind Scream 6, which again, as somebody who's not a particular fan of this franchise, I think it would be pretty impressive considering that I don't think Scream 6 was very good. Now, of course, one of the big things about this new Scream movie is that Neve Campbell is returning. That's a big deal for a lot of hardcore Scream fans, is that for some people, the last one was like, how can you call it a Scream movie if it doesn't have Neve Campbell? And I'm not saying I agree with that assessment. I am not saying I agree with that assessment. But for a lot of hardcore Scream fans, that was kind of a pivotal thing. So we, of course, have her coming back now. So we're left with Scream. All right. How's Scream going to be? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Like, unlike one of my big issues with the Scream franchise is unlike other big horror franchises, like true horror franchises, right? You have enduring characters, right? You have Freddy is always Freddy. Michael is always Michael. Jason is always Jason. But with Scream's kind of an artificial horror series in a way. And I know that sounds like I'm demeaning it, and I don't really mean to, but it's like, there is no ghost face. There is no ghost face. It's just every movie is a different killer or a series of killers who just go to the costume store and buy new masks and start killing people. And so because of that, it just, for me, and I'm only speaking for myself. For me, that lessens it. It lessens it quite a bit. You would think after 8 different people put on this mask to start committing serial murders, you would think some politician somewhere might go, hey, I don't know. Maybe after 8 or 9 people put on these masks to kill people, maybe we shouldn't allow the sales of these masks anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being crazy. But yeah, so because there is no Ghostface, it's hard to put Scream in that same thing. Now, again, I say all that, but I do like the first film as a deconstruction of the horror movie genre. I really like it on that level. I thought Scream 5 was a lot of fun, and hopefully Scream 7 with the return of Neve Campbell can harken back to that sort of glory. And if it can hit those opening weekend numbers, if it can hit like 35, 36, 37, be the second largest in the franchise, I think they'd be doing well for themselves. So, guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. Well, the big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than with PrizePicks, where it always feels good to be right. With the football season coming to a close, this is your last chance to jump into football action before next year, and PrizePicks is making it easy by giving you $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. What I've always loved about PrizePicks is how simple it is. You're just picking more or less on player projections, building your lineup, and rooting at home while you watch the game. I also really like their early payouts feature. If a player gets off to a hot start, you can cash out before the game even ends. And with the new social feed, you can follow other players, copy lineups that you like, or use them as inspiration for your own. So don't miss out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Anyway, here's hoping the movie's good. Here's hoping it has some success. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.